Okay. Hey, hello. Hello, I'm starting again. Good afternoon, Argo. Hi, Bernie. Good afternoon. Hi, Bridge. I think it's good evening, your time. Hi, Chris. Great to have you here, Christoph. Hello. And hi, Frank. Great to have you here. James, welcome. KS, hi, welcome. I think you are from Mexico, but I must admit I forgot your first name. I'm sorry for that. Apologize. That was Tang, I think. And Levi, good afternoon. It's, I think, 4 p.m. in Israel. Myron, great to have you here. I can only say, if you understand it, Dobar dan u Norvešku. I've sent you an email, Myron, by the way. Hi, Phil. Ramo, welcome. Robert, hi. Srini, welcome. Sebastian, as always, hello, hello. Tom and Julas, welcome back. And Eve, hello to Belgium here. Great to have you here. Dobar dan i hvala. Odlično. Now we can talk different languages here as well. So we are an international group and it's great to have you here. What do we want to do today? Let's check recording is on. Yes, recording is on. And yes, the bridge from Hong Kong. I think she understands Chinese. Yes, good morning and welcome to our last day today. But stay tuned. I have a wonderful offer for you, and that's the beauty of this offer is I'm sure you will accept it because it's for free and it's simply exciting. I would like to first of all, we will in few minutes talk about the markets first. We almost did the theory and went through the documentation, which you should take as a kind of wiki for yourself. I've tried to cut off as much as I can from my previous seminar, which was held 2 years ago, I think. And I just wanted to keep it short and short and crisp. In this case, therefore, I've cut everything off the documentation. That's the first part. The second part is a little bit more uncomfortable, at least for myself. I sent you an email, and by the way, Ed, I'm getting every time I'm sending emails a bounce from you. But I suppose you received my last email, which I sent a few hours ago. With the content of the link, with the content of the video or Vimeo or video link with a password. Then I have updated the documentation. There is a link in the documentation. Okay, good. Ed. There's a link to the new documentation, which has the version 11.18 2021. Yes, that's important. And then I must apologize because I mixed something up. And Frank, thank you for that. Really, I appreciate that you have had a closer look into it because I mixed up the sweeps. We talked about the sweeps 2 days ago, and I mixed up something which is really a little bit more unpleasant right now for myself. When you see my screen, I hope everyone can see my screen here as well. And so far I know the sound is coming good. Okay, good. Everyone can see my screen. So we talked, I discussed with you, we discussed the sweeps and what is the reason for sweeps and so on. And I mentioned that there is an A in the sweep and a P in the sweep. You remember that? And I apologize for this inconvenience and this what I said. I corrected that at page 50 in the documentation immediately. I've make it sure with developers that I see it now right. So there's one guy who is selling 3,000 3,000 contracts. And he is selling actively, that means market 1,446, and he is selling 1,554 contracts passively, that means on the resting limit side. So he is short 3,000 contracts and not only 1,448. Thank you, Frank. That's really good. So I must admit I'm a little bit embarrassed because that was a glitch which must not happen. What must not happen? So I'm just yes. As I said, I'm embarrassed because this must not happen. But I have corrected it immediately on page 50, and I sent you an email that we have to see the sweeps. This way that 3,000 or 2,000 or 1,500 or what number is in this flag on TradeFinder. If you are using TradeFinder, that means he traded 3,000 contracts, but on two different ways. That means actively and passively. So that's quite important. I've changed the documentation, and please delete the previous versions. It might be that I will add a little bit more to the documentation as well. So keep your documentation or the documentation of this seminar up to date. Was he able to sell the P orders? Srini, you can please use your microphones, guys. Please use your microphones as always. Don't be shy.
Walter, good morning. Good morning. The clarification is, that 1,554, was it done? Or is he still trying to get?
No. He did. He wants to have 3,000 contracts, and it's not easy. Like maybe if you're trading the SPX, the cash market, where you really can sell 500 millions of shares or contracts, but it's not easy to get the 3,000 immediately. So he has two ways. Sometimes you will only see the 3,000 actively. That means if you don't see A and P, that means he got it in a row. But if you say in A and AP, there have been two different trades. He got 3,000. He wanted 3,000. He got 3,000 by an active market order and a passive limit order. So he is finished with 3,000.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay. Great. And
Walter?
Yes.
This is Robert. I just want to ask then, so if you have a sweep where you both have the active and the passive, there will be then another flag coming up for showing the hidden order as well. So you'll have the sweep flag, and as the passive order, which is normally done by an iceberg, if that is then executed, you will have a separate flag indicating that that iceberg, because we saw in that example that you gave, there was an iceberg with the same amount reflected in the flag sweep as well. Is that correct? Yeah.
If I got you right, there might be there are also two differences. You can see an iceberg here, but you must not see an iceberg here in order to get this number he wanted or he wanted to trade here. I'm not sure if I understood you right because the sound was a little bit off here.
Yeah, no. I think you did understood me correctly. So it is just if you have a hidden order or an iceberg setting that is then a threshold, and that threshold is also met within the sweep. If there is a need for him to accumulate on an iceberg order, then you'll have the flag. You'll have the active and the passive in the flag, but you also then have a flag for the iceberg if it triggers your settings in terms of your volume for your hidden order.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. The hidden order flag is a part of the sweep.
Yes, this hidden order flag is the part of the sweep, so that belongs together here. If we see that this is the complete trade. The result is he must get 3,000, and to complete this he do as I mentioned, he must do 2 trades, active and passively. Active and passive. If the algo is able to get 3,000 in a row, then you won't see this passive Phil, tell me if I'm right, but if he is able to get 1,000, 2,000 or 3,000 in a row here market, then we won't see a P here.
And also important it is he got not the sweep with 10 ticks. Maybe he need 12 or 13 ticks. So
okay.
when he do this with the passive side, he get a better price per tick.
Yes, right. Thank you. So these are my team colleagues, Philip and Bernie here. Great to have you here, guys, just to help me out here out of this really embarrassing situation right now. But now, guys, I have something really exciting for you. I think we are almost, not everyone is on board today, but that will be on tape on the recordings as well. Thank you, Chris, for the idea, by the way. Thank you, Chris, for the idea. So, as you know, my intention is not to selling seminars, and my intention was or is maybe this last seminar I would like to give and to do, and therefore I'm a little bit so reluctant with seminars. I'm really not. I don't need to sell my knowledge or to earn money by selling seminars or even taking money for running trading room. So I would like to do following. I would like to do a trading week in December from 13th to 17th of December with you as all seminar members. So what my idea is, which came up during the last hours, is why not to do a pure trading week. This year, of course, in December the 13th until the 17th. That means that would give us the chance to go more into the depth of daily trading, because my concern, everything with every seminar is that we need to get everyone on board here with at least similar or same knowledge. By that, I know from my day from our trading room that once I'm placing a trade, immediately in the same second, the why question came up or comes up, and then you are totally, or at least I'm totally distracted. I'm totally distracted by answering, and then the next is coming up and saying, oh, that's a value area high, and that's a value area low, and that's a POC, and you see we have here a double distribution or single distribution. Oh, I see a V delta in the footprint, and that chatter goes on then. And the point is, it is extremely distracting. You have to focus on your trade. You want to manage your trade, and the stress is quite high at the moment. And therefore, my idea was to do this 4-day seminar, and I wanted to start yesterday with live trading. Let's see if we can do something today together and showing what I'm doing. But I would like to invite you to be around with us on December the 13th until Friday. I think it's the 17th. So that would be the week before we all go on holiday. So I hope so, at least the Europeans want. So in Europe, US and Europe. And then I will take a long break until end of January. But that would be a nice closure of this year, or close of this year for this group. And by the way, I'm chased to do another seminar in German in 3 weeks, 2.5 to 3 weeks. And I would like to invite also the German traders. I don't know how much, but how many will be there, but it doesn't matter. So that we will be a quite nice group here during this live trading week. And my idea is that we would start at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and we will have time until 12 p.m., maybe 1 p.m. Eastern Time, only 3 or 4 hours every day, 5 days. And what I want to do then, I'm using my trading style, or that what I'm here, what I'm showing, what I try to conduct, what I try to teach, and show you what I'm doing here with with Bookmap, Trade Finder, and the indices we talked about yesterday with the volatility indexes, for example. And that would be enough time as well to discuss maybe long-term trades or even short-term trades. You know, we have good opportunity when we see that the market is trending to go long or to jump on board and then hopefully get 10 points back, watching where liquidity is, where the institutional levels are, and so on. But also we have sometimes quite nice scalping opportunities based on sweeps or even based on the volume spikes, when we see really strong volume spikes either in the Market Volume Pro and as well in parallel with the Trade Finder when the volume spikes flag comes up then. Okay, that is my offer to you. It's free. It's without costs. It's just having fun a week together and learning hopefully a lot about trading and what I can show you. Maybe you have your own ideas, but I don't want to start again and explain what is a sweep, what is a volume spike, what is that, and so on. That would be great if you would join or can join us in this week. So please, I will send a mail with all the updates of the links. I have to buy of the links and the video links, the passwords, and as well the updated documentation. And I would like to invite you to be with us here on December from 13th to I think it's 17th. These are 5 days, starting at 9 and ending at 12, latest 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Yes, that would be great. So join us, and that's a really good offer to be with you. You know, it's not everything something about money, but also with the community and having fun and understanding and learning. That would be great. Okay, guys. Any questions? Yeah, great Christmas present. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a good Christmas present. Great. Good. What do we want to do today? I promised you yesterday. I was a little bit under pressure yesterday because I have had an important appointment. I couldn't slip that, or excuse me, or change that. Now today I would like to start first with the market overview. When I see my Bookmap screen here. Okay, the institutional levels are there. Now, first starting to analyzing what I do beforehand, when the market starts. I'm analyzing the daily levels, the simple levels based on, I have NinjaTrader, as you know, so I'm using only NinjaTrader and only Lizard indicators from LizardTrader. And that's everything I have. I don't have nothing special. Of course, the Superdome, and what else? I don't have anything else. I have Jigsaw Trader, of course, installed, but I don't use it. So I'm very clean. There's NinjaTrader, LizardTraders indicator, most or all of them, and that's all what I need here for my trading. The daily levels are simply the annotation of highs and lows and the settlements. Where was the close? The close was yesterday at 86, so we should look if the market is trending to the downside to see if they want to close the 86, 46, 87, 6 and 87 level. If you are not sure where to see the levels, the settlements, then go to, just give me a second, go to CME page and Wednesday, yesterday, then the trade day yesterday, Wednesday, and the settlement was 86.25. That's what I'm saying. It's a gap or close. Yesterday the settlement was 86.25, and most of the time when the market is in a sound state, then they are going to close the gap. Oh yeah, they're starting right now, and then with a huge gap, spike here, of course. Oh, come on. And that's all. So in the institutional levels here, what I have is are those institutional levels. They are based on options, on algos this big institution is using, and I'm sure they are crossed along, or they're connected along the world, all these big institutions, and they trading against them, with them, whatever. So that's my assumption. I don't have insights. I'm not selling them. I'm not promoting them. I'm not the owner of the institutional levels. I'm just sharing them. So you get them for free if you want. If you subscribe to Spot Gamma, and by the way, Bridge, I promise you to set up your Bookmap. I need Bridge. Not sure where we are, but I just wanted ask you to install TeamViewer and give me the ID and password, so to help you out with the installation there. By the way, excuse me here, market started, we are a little bit late here, but anyway, I must say that for every one of you, if you are interested to get a help from us and a helping hand to set up your Bookmap, I have a TeamViewer business license for TeamViewer, and therefore I'm using TeamViewer as a remote access program. That means if you are installing the client on your side, it's free, of course, then it gives you an ID and a password, and with the ID and password I can really easily and very fast set up everything on your chart what you need for your daily trading. If you want to do that, want me to have to adjust to set up your Bookmap, you need the TeamViewer. So ask me. It's easy. It's really easy to set everything up very fast. There's nothing really complicated. Okay, that was the TeamViewer, and then this is the institutional levels. I'm posting them in the room on Discord and as well on Twitter. That means you, if you are in Discord room, you will see them for free, and as well on Twitter. On Twitter, I'm not posting every single level, but an excerpt of these levels here. And I'm using Spot Gamma, but mostly these levels are coming together with the Spot Gamma levels as well. So it's a little bit, simply that's what I'm using here, and I'm really obeying them because this is absolutely amazing to see how they're working and how they work. If you want to do so, watch them, and you will be amazed what information we can have based on them. Good. That was that. Okay, so I think you have noted we will do a trading week in December 13th to 17th. That's I'm explained my levels here, my columns in Bookmap. We talked about the DOM intensively. Now let's have a look what I'm looking at, or what I'm looking when the market starts to trade. So a little bit uncomfortable right now is to have several charts on one screen. I think you see my Bookmap, and I hope you will see my volatility indices we talked about yesterday. Okay, no, nothing, everything is fine so far. Recording is on, and that's okay. So we have had the first sell off here as well. UV bounced up. The point is I missed right now the down move. You see that very nicely in the UVXY and as well in the SPY. Let me just show you the SPY here. Yes, that's the SPY. I'm sure. Let me have a look at the NQ in the NQ Nasdaq. We have a very nice 160,000 iceberg at the beginning in the SPY, and then the SPY broke down. That might be the first trade for you when you know, when you see what the market is doing. With this green, let me see the ADD. With this green bars on, what is the meaning? If they're going up. If volatility is if volatility rises, what does it mean for the ES in this case? If the SPY is drop, sorry,
It'll drop.
yeah. So therefore, we talked yesterday about this detox week, guys. I know some of you are maybe not convinced about that. Anyway, just try to keep this chart and the bookmap chart on your screen or your screens, and that's everything. Disobey any other indicators at least for 5 days. Try it. It might.
Walter, I was watching that indicators yesterday, but it seems to me that it's not very valid for the Nasdaq, because yesterday Nasdaq was the strongest market.
Yes.
The VIX was saying something else.
Yes. That
for the ES, for the Nasdaq, it's not a.
Yes. Yes, you're right, Yves. You are right, totally right. I have to add the QQQ for the Nasdaq as well, and the QQQ has what's the name? FQQ and TQQ for as their volatility shares in 8 ETFs. Yes, you're right. So you can if you're watching Nasdaq. So a lot, Myron and you and maybe others are trading Nasdaq. Let me see Nasdaq here. You should have you should have the addition of the QQQ here and on your chart. Let me show you that here. Where's my QQQ? So for example here, no, that's the CB and Q is here.
So you are keeping all these quotes for 1 week open, because then
yes,
it's putting
yes,
resources on your computer. No, that's
but I don't care, because that's the problem of my computer, not mine.
What?
That's the problem of my PC, not my problem. I'm
No,
keeping 6 or 7 days of quotes on my PC. I have a historical data which goes back to 5 or 6 or 7 days. That's the maximum. I think 90 days is the maximum. No, excuse me, 90 hours. Oh no, so what do I have? 90? I think 5 days, 6, 7 or 8 days, 9 days. I don't know. I'm keeping at least 5 days on my chart here. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, and then if you want to do the replay feature in Bookmap, is it then possible to go, if you have, let's say a complete trading week of data? Is it then possible to go to a specific date and time? Or
yes, it is. It takes time, because that all this must be loaded. The point what I'm doing here is if you are going to record, I'm recording right now. I'm started to record every single day separately. That means for all my instruments. So I'm starting at 10 o'clock my time and ending it at 10 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, so your files are smaller.
Yeah, the files are smaller, of course. I'm not recording that the whole week. That's not necessary.
Yeah.
And
Okay, now then, because I was doing the whole week.
Okay.
And then of course it gets too impressive.
No, that would be too much. So I'm only interested in
the
day,
yeah.
And then I'm recording the day for all instruments I have. This is several instruments.
And you start with the European session and end with the US session, or?
Sorry?
You start with the European session and end with the US?
Yes. I start at roughly 9, 10. See what happens. Mostly there's as well a very nice thesis about why the market is trending between 9 and 12 European time. So I'm talking about the European time, and then it slows down from noon. That means 12 to 30 European time, when some announcements hits the market, and then it started again at 3:30 or 9:30 Eastern time. So
okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's so if you want to watch the NQ, then you need a QQQ. You need some other ETFs which are NQ related to get a similar picture like I propose here for the ES. Myron, I will. So I haven't had the time. I haven't had the time to put them on here on my charts here. How can one use divergences? Divergences are on every chart the same. Let's see if we see some if we can spot some divergences here. So I'm switching back from NQ. If you are totally right, if you watch that for the NQ, you should change the instruments, of course, and as well Myron, and then who else? I think Ramo as well is trading NQ, and it doesn't matter who else is.
Walter, one last NQ question.
Yeah.
You said so just to clarify, ES, I'm just comparing ES, the correlation is with SPY or SPX, and now NQ you're saying QQQ. That's correct. But
Yes.
you're saying, but ES, the inverse correlation is with the VIX.
Yes.
But what are you saying? NQ has an inverse correlation with what? FQQ?
No. It's not an inverse correlation to the QQQ. Maybe you should use the FQQ and TQQ as well for NQ. I'm not sure, and if commented that right now that the VIX is not working, not necessarily working with come on.
AQ,
yes.
Yeah, it is
SQQ,
not.
I think it was Myron, FQQ and TQQ and SQQ. Oh gosh, that must be a little bit more. We should investigate a little bit more in those instruments and see how they are working. You are looking for a VIX for NQ, right?
Yeah, I was actually, VIX, ES, perfect,
Yeah.
match in the sense, one way or other way. But VIX and NQ, as I said, it's not. And one last question on the same. In your previous seminar, you used to use yen. Just can you shed some light on that? Are you not using yen anymore?
Excuse me, what?
Japanese yen?
Yes, yeah, I'm using it still. I'm still using it. It was extremely, I'm using the treasuries as well, and I'm using the US dollar yen. It worked fantastic until, 2020 or something like that, 19 or 20. It worked fantastic because the big hedge funds simply shifted. If the ES or the SPX was vulnerable to trade down or to trade off, then they are shifting their money into the US dollar yen and as well into the treasuries. So there have been a very nice correlation. I think it was 1819, not sure about 2020, and then suddenly this nice correlation where I was relying on stopped at 2020, especially 2021. There was no significant correlation between US dollar yen, and if it rose, then we expected 2-3 years ago that ES must be or will most probably trade lower or trade down or go against the yen. That was the inverse correlation. I'm still watching it, but I'm really a little bit more cautious about what I see right now or what happens right now. I'm still watching the treasuries, because if the treasuries are high or were high, the indices are down or went down. So that was really reliable the last years, but not it. Suddenly it stopped. 2020, I think it was 2020, 2021, somewhere. Then it stopped. It was not so reliable. But if you are interested, watch the US dollar yen, because it was used for the big funds to hedge, and watch as well. And treasuries, of course. Yes, of course, the treasuries. So that would be a nice correlations too. But as mentioned, I was convinced because it worked a while, and then suddenly this correlation, yes, was cut for what reasons ever. I don't know, but it's not. You can't today say with very high probability to say, okay, if the US dollar yen is rising, then we should expect the ES falling. That's, from my point of view, not possible.
Well, we have a nice little downtrend in the ES. Where would you look to re-enter the short at?
Give me a second. We have a very nice, just a moment.
I've taken 3 trades already, all winners, shorts. But I'm just curious where you would have entered and exited.
Give me a second to. You have been short. You mentioned you have been short.
Yes, I took 3 shorts already.
Okay, yeah, you're a good man. So you have the power to concentrate. So let's see what happens. At the moment, I lost myself. You see the VIXs are falling right now. So the ES is most probably to trade maybe against 46.98. Give me a second here. 46.98. I will draw this price alerts into. 46. There was I don't know what this is here.
The ES just broke above mid and VWAP.
Yeah, it's
buying
above
right
VWAP.
now.
Yeah, it's about VWAP. Wait, I'm just waiting right now. I think this might be the next point, the next target here, because we see liquidity. So
So when you see something going up like this with strong buying, you wait for a pullback to buy, and where would you look to buy at?
no, I'm just watching what happens. I'm watching for the levels where the market is trending at. Maybe for high volume levels. I'm sorry for that. I think it was Euler.
Okay, so you don't wait for a strong move and then try to buy the pullback in the trend.
Normally yes, but give me some time to just to synchronize myself with the chart here, because of yes, I'm answering the questions. I'm not concentrating, not focused on that what happens here. Give us some minutes and time to understand what the market is doing right now. I don't see anything really serious where I would like to put my trade on. I missed this long was quite nice here. You see, based on the price dynamics, we have a kind of exhaustion here at 95. The question is, where is the market heading? What is the direction of the market right now? Let me just to focus on that, what the market is doing. So, Myron, we should discuss it a little bit later.
ES looks to me like it didn't go up on high volume. It's just people removed their sell limits above, and so that's why it bounced real quick.
I wouldn't wonder if they are going to hit 98 here. Just wait. Well, let's see what happens in the correlated. Can I give me a second? Can I? Always on top here. Okay, that's what I have. So I'm just squeezing my screen here with two charts. At the moment, I don't anything here what to do here. We see a nice based on the MVP. drop in the market volume here, but that's not an, you see as well 97 is coming up here.
Looking to buy 93.50.
The ADD, by the way, is negative 278, constantly dropping, starting from 609, from 600 now, right now minus 315. Then the tick is down as well. I don't see any reason to buy 50 from my point of view. WIX is rising, WIX is rising. SPY is not following. $97.25 is still in, interestingly, you see that. So I don't see any reason to buy 50 here, and I suppose you are stopped right now here at because I see that here. Come on. Because we see constantly selling here. You see the price dynamics is showing selling. That's a volume spike, a small volume spike, which means this was a high volume traded right now here. I don't see any really good entry opportunity for myself here. So I'm just waiting. SPY is down, VIX is up, HYG is down. That was the spot gamma level here at 95, and the institution level was indicated in 95 even, 95.75 and 95 even. Now buyings come, a little bit more buying comes in here. Still ADD dropping, a tick is still negative. There's no chance to buy anything of this stuff here.
Walter, sorry, what's your sweep setting?
Let me have a look here. 600. What do you have?
I have 300.
Yeah, okay.
At your level, you don't actually enter until you see your price dynamics turn red or green, right?
Yeah.
So when you reload the indicator, Walter, you can see a very nice sweep at the top.
Okay, let's, yeah, good. Settlement is 986.
I have a question about your price dynamics. Is it 50% market orders and 50% what's going on in the limit order book?
I don't believe that this we can do the math because you mean 50% and 50%. Did I understand?
Well, I know you weight the limit order book and the market buying and selling, but is it mostly market orders or is it 50-50?
No. It's I don't believe that is coded that way because it is simply what is transacted on the limit in between market and limit, and yes, but what is transacted between market and limit. This is not weight put on. So far I know, I'm not sure, I have to ask the developers. So far I know there's no weight put on the price dynamics plot. But if you have a good idea how to improve that, write to support, write to the devs, and they maybe should implement that. Yes, I see that now, Bernie. I think you talked about this 195.
So, yes, I mean this one.
Mm-hmm. Good. So I didn't see any. I missed that one, but anyway, it's now hindsight. We see the institution level, but I think it's the gap and settlement as well here. Yesterday VPOC. Yesterday value area low. These are numbers added by Chuck. This from our Discord room. I think because we can't. Yeah, I think there's an institution level as well here. The close at 86. Let's see if the market is able to trade into 86, and we have a nice liquidity at 97. So that might be a nice try to go long here. Maybe that's could be a sweet spot. I'm watching that. Although, guys, keep in mind we have ADDs minus 600 and 700 right now, and the tick is still down. So that means this market is more vulnerable to the downside than to the upside. And watch live what happens in the SPY. As long as the SPY does not recover, or we see any divergences on the volatility indexes as well as high yield bonds here, there's no chance to buy at the moment.
Walter, I'm curious if in the SPY you look at 50 cent and the 0.0 levels as support resistance, because that's where big option guys have contracts.
Yeah. What you see, what you can spot here as well, this is a nice divergence as well here. You see this high volume spike. This is a high volume spike here as well in the MVP. We called it, the MVP was developed, I don't know, 3 years ago with Bookmap together when Bookmap was not so, this didn't provide many API functions, and that they call it stop run signal, or we call it here MVP, and that's very, very similar to that. So what I'm watching is the nice move into this 86 to close the gap. Didn't happen. That was my idea, to buy 86. If we are talking about divergences, I'm not sure if everyone understands what a divergence is. That's a very nice one here. That's a very nice one. So you see high volume traded here where my cursor is, and then they retested the area. My idea was to buy 86.50 or 86. That would be the sweet spot for myself. And they built a divergence here between the first touchdown and the second touchdown here. In parallel, the price dynamics is up, and the volatility is yes, it's coming down as well. Let's see what they are doing now. I need a reason. I need a reason from the market, and don't see. I have to be very, very focused to see the reason, to understand what the market is doing. But right now, I don't know whether I go to short or go long. That's nothing for myself. So I'm simply waiting and seeing if the market is offering something what I could take. the best idea was to see if they are going to close the gap, to see liquidity there. But as well at 1897 liquidity was cancelled. There was spot gamma level as well, and yes, institutional level as well. Nice buy sweep.
I just shorted that retracement up to 91.
Good.
Got my other stupid loss back, but I saw that big move up, and I figured on the little pullback, shorts would be covering and likely to cover, and so that's the kind of stuff I get myself into trouble.
Okay.
See a strong move, and then I try to buy a pullback.
Yeah, but I understand. I think I know what you think, what you are meaning, but what you're talking about. When I look on my charts here, I see the VIX is up, the SPY is down, the ADD is down, the tick is down, so I don't dare to buy this. So I'm looking for sells, and to see nice liquidity or decent liquidity somewhere here.
Did you just say the VIX is down?
Yes, the VIX. I'm not sure.
Well, when that falls, doesn't the ES go up?
No, excuse me. VIX is up. VIX is up. Sorry, the SPY is down.
Okay.
The SPY is down.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm not sure. Do you see my screen here? I have two charts on my screen.
I do.
Okay, good.
I do. Good. Can you just real quickly tell me from top down what the symbols are? I'm going to write it down.
This is the SPY. This is the VIX 1 minute. This is the VXX. This is the ETF. The UVXY, the ETN or the stock. And the HYG, which is the high yield bond. It makes sense to measure or to put on the chart.
So when the bonds fall, that means interest rates go up, which makes the market go down. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's correlated directly with the market direction.
Yes.
Okay. I see why you use it. That's great. Wonderful. Thank you.
And on the other chart, I just want to. I don't have the space here with my screen here. I have the ADD, the tick. Now the market is most probably going up here, and the SPX 5 minute and as well VIX 5 minute. So VIX is starting to drop. That means the market is most probably trading into. It's really hard to say. It's simply choppy. It's simply sideways. You can take blindly here in long position, but it's really hard. It's really hard if this stuff is coming against you. We have a clear target at 97. The first target, I would say, is the 97 level. The question is where to enter. Where to enter here? I don't know. So therefore, if I don't know, I don't want to as well be in pressure here because of the seminar to do something. But I'm very honest with you. I don't know what to do here. I don't have any idea, and therefore I'm not trading at the moment. The first.
Hello, Walter.
Yes. Hey, Raimo.
Well, hi. I just wanted to tell to Chris, because he just mentioned that he had a loss somewhere when he was doing counter trade. And I know it's detox week, but one indicator that I use a lot and is giving very good signals in combination with Bookmap is the RSI. Because you have, for example, at the open today, on the 1 minute, you had a result situation where the price was running to, and I'm trading NQ as you know, to a high liquidity area, and it bounced from the high liquidity area, and the RSI was at that moment, I think, 14 or so.
Oh, great!
So very, So that's a clear buy.
Yeah,
and then it went up, and it got to the RSA 80, and also into high liquidity, and that's the area where I want to take profits. So that is perhaps one indicator if you want to day trade that is giving very good signals in combination with Bookmap.
Great, but you have the RSIs on your what do you have, NinjaTrader or what do you?
I have NinjaTrader. Yeah, I can share a screenshot if you like.
Yeah.
Okay, I will a screenshot, and I also have one indicator that's proprietary, but I will
What's that indicator?
so you can see what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you can share it in the chat or put your chart in the chat. Okay.
Yeah, I will do that. Okay, thank you.
Okay, now what we see is SPY is rising. We have still a negative sentiment at the moment. It's minus 770. ADD tick is still down, so that's simply nothing really enthusiastic in this market right now at the moment. Let me see the other institutional levels just to add them. 82. Therefore, I just don't want to be in the pressure here with trading. I mean, the pressure is high, but I would like to try to be very calm on trading and to do my style, and to try and to explain what I'm doing. And at the moment, as I said, that's nothing I would prefer as a trade. What happens here is a sweep and sell sweep, and there's still pressure to the downside. You can counter all this stuff here, all the sweeps, and if you are lucky, it goes up to your direction.
Hey Walter, you're following the ADD for market internals, right?
Yes.
Advancing the issues.
Yeah.
Don't you follow the more specific ADSPD, which is S&P 500?
Yeah, yeah. I could. Yes, I couldn't. I have them with the X Suite as well, but on my other workspace here, I have several workspaces. I'm just want to see what is the overall market. We can as well as you mentioned, the ADD SPY or SP. It will work as well. So just to see what the overall market is, that's what what I'm using. You can use them as well, of course. Yes, I have this DAX feed. How it is called? I don't have it started today. I have the XV data of all this ADDs and this correlated and ticks and trends and so on, but I haven't switched them because I just wanted to trade off a clean chart. I just wanted to show that you can even understand the market when you have these indications here on for the yes. For the NQ, Myron, we have to work out as we discussed. I haven't had the time to put everything on the documentation during the last days, but we should work on that. Maybe latest until we come together in December for live trading to have an alternative to the ES. What is the name? DX. DX Viewer, it's the name, DX Viewer. So, but I have any single signal here from the ADD for the NYSE, for the SPY, and so on. Just let's be concentrated and focused. SPY is down as well. We have a negative sentiment, a negative negative sentiment in the market right now. Don't be